Hello folks, welcome to a Standy Wandy. This episode of Standy Wandy is about the I'm Alex YouTube scenario drama. Now, the thing is, I don't normally get involved in these things because there's usually more on one side, etc, etc. But in this scenario, it seems to be the evidence is on the table, it's irrefutable, and it's absolutely disgusting. So there we are. I'm going to try and get out of a position where the bloody rubbish on the ground can be seen. Anyway, so yeah, I'm Alex, or Alex Emslie. Used to be a two-set between a guy called George, forming a reaction video channel called Memeulous, and it was highly entertaining actually. And when this all came to light, what I'm about to say, it really did shock the fucking shit out of my trousers. So what happened was, last 24 hours we have been starting to get made aware there had been a rather particular poisonous relationship between Alex Emslie and his ex-girlfriend. Her name's Alice, right? I mean, we during the COVID time, you know, a lot of people Me Too and whatever else, and right, there's a lot of Me Too's on during the lockdown, whether that be because, you know, a lot of people weren't doing their normal cycle of work and they were sitting there, let's say, unable to do work, so they focus on another thing. I don't quite know, but this one, as I said to you, the evidence chain is actually unquestionable. Video, voice notes, text messages, documents. This lady, she actually produced quite a reasonable evidence pack spanning upwards of 80 pages. Right? You know, Alice done quite a good collation of the facts, and there was video stemming from Discord conversations where he was screaming, shaking his fist at the camera, saying stuff like, you know, talking about death and stuff. And this stuff is absolutely unrefutable. It hasn't been dubbed, it hasn't been YouTube pooped or anything like it. It is what it is. 80 odd pages, including photos, videos and all that stuff, voice notes. It was really sad to actually hear, you know, before this was all disclosed, I thought Alex Elmslie must have been of high quality if he was teamed up with George to do Memeulous, but that thought school has been smashed into 1,000 pieces at my side of things. What Alex Elmslie did, I would categorise as pretty severe actually, and I really do wish best for Alice. I do want to pass on a wee something to Alice, saying what you've got in an evidence pack is actually rather strong and robust, and I really do hope the best that you move on from him, and you know, there's something that prevents him from further contact with you. And Alice, I would ask you directly, would it be worth taking everything you know and everything you got to the police? Because, as you know, what he's done is absolutely criminal, and personally it needs to be looked at through professional sets of eyes, potentially charges. But also, I would like to say as well You know, this is where lawyers can come in really, really good, Alice. You could get some cease and desist letters, and you could even maybe push towards anti-harassment orders, stuff like that. You are definitely way more than entitled to. You're more than entitled to actually reach out to these people. These cease and desist letters generally are about £300, and this might be £300 that instills and enshrines peace on your side of the matter. And I believe you need as much peace and healing as possible. As far as Mimulus is concerned, George is very troubled and disturbed by these things within the evidence pack, and it's not a he said versus she said scenario. There is material that's completely undeniable, and normally you don't hear me saying the phrase undeniable often. And I've seen some Me Too scenarios through lockdown, and there was a bit of scope for, you know, what you call parlance and all that stuff. But in this occasion, this is absolutely irrefutable. And the quicker that things are put into place to prevent him contacting you on all your socials and others, the better, Alice. Sorry to hear you've went through such a shit scenario, and I'm actually a little bit surprised that Alex was actually in a relationship, because there's a lot of stuff on the internet saying that Alex is gay, which that kind of like question mark. I don't really know, but it's clearly been a heterosexual relationship that has been absolutely fucking to the wall and went horrendously sour. As I say to anybody, if you are going through anything like that, collate everything: screenshots, text messages, voicemails, phone calls, the whole lot, and then put it into a USB stick, and it might be worth it to contact a lawyer to get, you know, a protective order on like an AHO to make sure nothing further goes on. In fact, this guy, Alex Elmslie, was actually, he was using his ex before Alice's and threatening to use her nude pictures against her. That's called Revenge Porn Act. That's a new bit of law, probably no more than 10-year-old actually. And by what he had done there, that's again another criminal act. I mean, we're starting to collate criminal acts now against this guy, and he'd ought to watch himself, because the more of these domestic abuse slash revenge porn act things collate, the bigger chance that the judge could actually put him in a jail. And a guy like him, he wouldn't mentally hack jail. In fact, he might not even physically hack jail. He might come out in a box, especially when the fellow inmates get knowing why he got in there and who he is. But yeah, I am absolutely shocked and disgraced actually, because I did think Mimulus with George and Alex were a right nice tight team, but you can't have a tight team when there's this shit going on. George is horrified, quite understandably. He's shaking and probably doesn't know what way to go next, very understandably. I'll be in that situation, I'll be sharing the same kind of feelings. It's sad to hear. Now, I want to say there was a guy, a YouTuber called Paz49. He recently was talking about YouTube dramas and strifes on. He said, "I just wish people spent more time cultivating good footage rather than cultivating drama between each other." I do understand where he's come from. This is completely separate. This is undeniable horror shit show material. I suppose anybody who is in the YouTube sphere, just keep punching up as hard as possible, producing as solid content as possible, and just keep focusing on you. If there are people trying to stir the trouble up, then pretty much ignore them. You've got your channel, and you're going to hopefully produce some absolute belters for us to watch, like, share, maybe even subscribe. But as I said, this I Am Alex thing is it's a lot more severe than, you know, the usual YouTube drama. Right? This is actually completely unconnected, period. This is severe, and it's got unrefutable evidence chains. Google Drive is absolutely packed to the frigging brim of what Alex has been doing, and it's needless to say, Alex Emsley, I'm fucking disgusted in you. And the best part is, he's actually admitted 100% of this situation. So there's no kind of grey area, there's no parlance, there's no context, there's no this. He's admitted the full lot. Honestly, somebody else had said never put two YouTubers in the same house together, and this is potentially an example of it. But that lassie, Alice, should never have had to suffer the crap that he has floated her way, and I only wish the best for her. I just want to pass some safe thoughts, and if you do hear this, Alice, I really do hope you look into avenues like, you know, anti-harassment orders, maybe take all the folk to the police, because you've got something that it couldn't be laughed off the table, it could actually only be honoured. So please do give it a consideration. Now, I think this is everything covered. I just want to say hello to all my subscribers, just wishing you all well. I love you all. Until the next time, catch.